Hey YouTube, I just wanted to come and do a quick video on how I remove my protective styles. I've done my whole head, pretty much. I just have this section left that I wanted to do on camera to show you guys. The tools that I have are some conditioner, cheapy conditioner I got from the dollar store. Just regular water and tea tree and peppermint essential oil. Scissors just in case. And some raw shea butter. Basically what I did is I sectioned off my hair and I spritz each section with water to loosen and soften up my own hair. And then depending on how fuzzy the ends were, sometimes I would just snip the ends, and after I snip the ends, I'll put some conditioner right here where my hair is. And after I put the conditioner on, I'll start at the top and just start working my way down. Sometimes the twist you can just slide right off, but if you feel tension on your scalp, you're just pulling your own hair out of your scalp, which is not good. A couple things to remember about removing protective styles are to take out protective styles when you feel like it. Like, not to say that you should leave a protective style in forever, but like if you're feeling rushed or lazy or you just don't feel like taking your protective style out, I wouldn't do it then. I would opt to do it for a time when you have, a lot of time on your hand to concentrate and take your time and really properly remove your twists. Like, watch YouTube videos, watch a movie, listen to music, because you don't want to rush and like maybe snap your hair or break it or cause a stressor, a split end to start or anything like that just because you don't feel like taking out your protective styles. Because you spend all that time putting a protective style in. Hopefully you spend a lot of time maintaining and moisturizing and taking care of your own hair while in the protective style, so it only makes sense to take as much care taking them out as you did to put them in and while they were in. So that's one thing to remember. Another thing is to always have a spray bottle handy, whether it's filled with water and conditioner or just water, to spray on your hair to soften and to loosen up the weave hair, your hair, and like the gunk and stuff. That really makes removing protective styles a lot easier, especially with mini twists. And if you have extension hair, and depending on how long it is, like if, let's say I had a Senegalese and it was double this length, I would at least cut here and then start, unraveling from the top. There's no need to start all the way from the bottom if it's like down here. Another thing to remember when you're doing the protective styles is to do it in sections. Once you've taken out maybe 4 or 5 twists or braids or whatever protective style you have in, take the time to go ahead and finger tangle that section, because it's gonna save you a lot of time in the end, because you're not gonna want to detangle your whole head after you just sat there taking out a protective style. So I like to take, maybe, how much is it? This is 2, 4, 5. Take 5 out, detangle them, twist it up, move on to the next 5. Detangle it, twist it up, and move on around my whole head. Depending on how long you've had your protective style in and what products you use to moisturize that protective style, you might get a lot of buildup right here between where your hair and the braid hair starts. I don't have a lot because I don't use heavy products, but that's one part that you want to concentrate on when you're detangling after you've taken out a certain amount of twists, whether it's 1 or 3 or 5, because you don't want to shampoo your hair and not have detangled it, because that's just going to make shampooing rougher, and then when you actually do detangle it, it's going to be even more time consuming. So it's best to just take the time, move the twist properly, detangle it properly, get rid of that dirt clump up here properly, and just save time and energy and your hair. When you're detangling, it's probably best if you finger detangle, because your fingers, you can feel when you reach a knot or a tangle or anything like that. A comb, you're just going to end up ripping through it. You just spend all that time in a protective style, and the last thing you want is to rip out pieces of hair going too fast with the comb. Well, depending on the protective style, it's good to give your hair a couple days break, if not a week. It just depends on the style. If the style that you had in that you're now taking out, maybe it caused tension here because it was installed improperly or what have you. It's good to just let those edges breathe, or whatever problem areas breathe, before installing a new protective style. But you that's where you have to be the judge of it. But if you feel like your hair is okay, it'll be okay after a deep conditioning session, to go ahead and put another protective style in, then that's fine. My next protective style will be Havana twist. But I haven't decided if I'm going to do that, right after I finish taking these out, which I could be doing while I'm talking, or if I'm going to wait and just, have some fun playing in my own hair. Like, that itch you get when your hair's in a protective style and you see all these cute styles that you want to try, but it might not necessarily work with your protective style. That happens to me every time I put a protective style in. So that's why I'm debating on my Havana twist now, because I don't know if I want to try some new styles or not. So I just sprayed it with water. I just sprayed my hair with water and then just put in the conditioner right pretty much where my hair is. That's where I'll concentrate on the most. Almost like you're putting in a relaxer. And I kind of massage that in and massage it down. Okay. See how that one just slid off? No tension, nothing. Well, at the end it did. That's why I would stop, because I'm not trying to cause any breakage. That one didn't slide very much. It's always best to work from the top and kind of just unravel your way down. This hair has gotten so frizzy and out of control, it's just sticking to each other. Okay. So I removed, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4. But I'll just start finger detangling and getting rid of loose and shed hairs. And you probably find that, when removing protector styles, you're going to get a lot of shed hairs, and you probably, that might alarm you, but depending on how long you've kept your protector style in, the amount of shed hairs, that you'll have when removing it will probably increase, because you shed between 100 to 150 hairs per day. And now, see, I've had this style in for at least a month, maybe a month and a week. So I'm expecting a lot of shed hair. Plus, my hair naturally sheds a lot. I found that out when I had locks, and I could tell by the rate of growth, how fast my locks grew and actually locked and matured, because that's all that locks are. It's shed hair and dead hair that's fallen and accumulated and been locked. So all the hair that's coming down your hair shaft, it's just being locked and trapped in. So I know that, I threw my little fur ball hair away. Otherwise I would have shown you, but it wasn't a tremendous amount, but, it was normal for me. I'm never alarmed when I see, hairs, I guess, shed hairs, as long as I know that they're shed. And the way you know that is checking, like, let's say this piece is your hair strand. You have to check for at either end to see if there's a white bulb, and if there's a white bulb at one end of the hair strand, then that's a shed hair, because it's come directly from your scalp. But if it's just a hair in half or in a third or fourth or eighth or whatever, then it's a hair that's been broken off, and that's not good. We only like shed hairs around these parts, so that's one thing to keep in mind when you're detangling, whether you're detangling just as a part of your weekly regimen, or if you're detangling from a protector style. Look at the hairs that are coming out of your head and make sure that they are shed from your scalp and not being broken off. People, I've gotten look at this one, it's sliding. Oh yeah, that slid nice. I've had a couple people ask me, or tell me, well, my hair is not growing, it's at the same length, it's not doing anything, this, that, and the third. But your hair is always growing. The question is whether or not you're retaining that growth. Because if your hair is growing and breaking off at the same rate, then it's going to look like your hair is not growing at all, because it's breaking off at just as fast as it's growing. So, your hair is always growing, but the key is for length is to retain your growth. And you do that by healthy hair habits and healthy eating and water intake and scalp massaging, and there's a whole bunch of components that go into having healthy hair. It's not just your hair on your head, it's your physical health as well. I think this is my last one. Hot diggity dog. Okay, so just start detangling that piece and getting all these extra hairs out. So while I'm doing this,